Take a seat and welcome to the sit down. Hey guys, before we get started, I just want to encourage you, if you guys haven't liked this podcast, if you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, if you guys would please do that. I had a lot of people that have said, I don't even know how to do that. It's just the subscribe button right under the video here. Subscribe to the channel. You can just like this video, and that would help us out too. But like this video, subscribe to the channel, and if you get something out of this podcast today, share it with a friend. Have somebody else tune in. That's how things spread, and that's how joy is shared with others. And hopefully, maybe, just maybe, that share or that suggestion pours into that person and makes a difference in their life. You just never know. So if you could do that for us, that would be awesome. It's free. We're not asking for anything. This will always be a free podcast. So there is no cost with it. But if you could help us out, this will help us get this out to as many people as possible. So with that, thank you. Enjoy this podcast, and we'll talk to you later. See ya. Hey, everybody, and welcome back to the sit down. It is Wednesday, February 18th, 2026. It's crazy. Almost done with February. We are rolling through the month of February and got a good episode here. Doing a solo with the crew, Mr. Garrett Bickett. He is fascinated with light now. So we've been sitting here for the past, I don't know, what do you think, Anna? 20 minutes? Getting the light right. And so if you're watching on YouTube, watching on Spotify, you notice a little different mood in here tonight. That's because we have light expert Garrett behind the scenes working some magic. We've got a homey atmosphere in here tonight. The fire is on. My sister Elizabeth made homemade sourdough bread. You can just smell the winter spice in the air. Not really, but in all seriousness, we do have a pretty good setup in here tonight, and we've got a good little episode for you. Got a few things that I want to chat about, and we'll end it with some talk on really cool part of life that we're in right now. But as far as a recap on what has happened, what has transpired since the last time we talked, Super Bowl was kind of a bust of a game. Not very fun to watch. We talked last episode about Seahawks, Patriots, the commercials. I thought the commercials were subpar. Budweiser, as we predicted, Budweiser had a great commercial with the Eagles soaring behind the Clydesdale. Anna, any thoughts on the commercials?
Budweiser for sure.
Yeah.
They met their expectations.
Budweiser, I thought every year they have a good commercial. Otherwise, not too many others that just stood out for me. So a little disappointing there. Seahawks defense, incredible. It kind of leads into what I want to talk about the Super Bowl, and then we'll move on because football season's over and there's other things in life besides football. But Sam Darnold, and we've got a lot of Vikings listeners, a lot of Vikings fans that listen, and I think it was a bittersweet moment for a lot of people, me included, to watch someone that played quarterback for the Vikings last year go and win a Super Bowl this year. And I was thinking about Sam Darnold and his journey, and it's really cool to look at someone that failed early on and to now look at his career and see him sitting on top of the mountain, because that is everyone's life at some point. This kid, like, I just want to do just a couple minutes and give you guys a little background into Sam Darnold. If you guys don't know who Sam Darnold is, he's the quarterback of the Seattle Seahawks. He just won the Super Bowl. You're the quarterback of the Super Bowl winning team. You're at the top of football. This guy, he had such high expectations coming into his NFL career, and he completely fell on his face. And people thought he was a bust, thought his career was over. His opportunity had passed him, and he really revitalized his career. And I pulled up his stats. I just want to read some of his stats early on. He got drafted by the New York Jets. And for those that are football fans, you know that's a death sentence for your career a lot of the times. So maybe it wasn't his fault, but he went to New York, and let's see here. For 3 years, he got injured every single year. He played in 13 games, 12 games. He never threw more than 19 touchdowns in a season. Threw for 3,000 yards one time, but the other 2 seasons were less than that. Interceptions, double digits. I mean, he really wasn't a star. Gets traded by the Jets. They move on from him, bounces around from Carolina, then goes to the West Coast and becomes a backup to Brock Purdy in San Francisco. Then the Vikings take a chance on him. He completely changes the course of his career. 35 touchdowns last year for the Vikes. They go 14-3, go to the playoffs, but the last 2 games of the season don't go very well. The Vikings choose not to re-sign him. They decide to sign J.J. McCarthy. That's a completely different story. But then he signs with Seattle, and people are saying, okay, was it a one-year wonder, or was this a new Sam Darnold? And he completely proves himself right and goes 14-3 again, number 1 seed in the NFC, wins 3 games in the playoffs, wins a Super Bowl, and he'll be remembered always now as kind of a legendary quarterback that completely changed the course of his career. And I look at Sam Darnold's career, and I just see a lot of similarities with life and just life in general. Because I think we can have high expectations for certain seasons of our life, and this is going to be a great opportunity, and I can't wait. There's so much expectation and build up to it, and then it just completely flops. And I've seen it in my life. I'm guessing if you look back at your life, you can think of a time when you really had your eyes set on something and you're going to go accomplish something, and it just didn't go the way you saw it going. And I think Sam Darnold's rise to really stardom now, it really encapsulates perseverance. It encapsulates humility. And it really is a testament of what being a good teammate and showing up and consistently getting better is about. And you look at this guy was the number 3 draft pick in the NFL. He made millions and millions of dollars, all to get traded to then not even playing for the Carolina Panthers. He humbled himself, became a backup. And if you go ask Sam Darnold, he actually said his backup season when he was backing up Brock Purdy was where he learned the most. He learned how to study, how to prepare, learning from somebody that's younger than him. It meant putting his pride behind him, saying, I'm going to go be a backup and just learn and just get better. I'm going to learn from somebody. That's not easy to do. And you can look at your own life. I can look at my own life and say, man, sometimes it's really hard to put myself in that situation. To, man, take a step back, realize I don't know everything. I need to go and learn and get better before I can have my breakthrough moment. That's what he did. Goes to Minnesota. They still didn't believe in him. And then he finally gets his chance. He found a home and he takes advantage of it. And I just think that's life. Whether it's football, whether it's in your career, whether it's relationships, I think we're going to flop at times, and we're not going to meet the expectations that we've set for ourselves or other people have set for us. And that's okay. Like, as long as you keep moving, you're going in the right direction. You don't even really need to know of where you're going, but as long as you're going forward, man, something good is up ahead. And I think so many times people see doors close and they just stop and stare at the door and go, man, I'm just going to wait for it to open again. And they just stop moving. Or maybe they just start pounding on the door and they just start overdoing it. They're pounding, trying to break down the door. And eventually they do. They break down the door and they get in and they realize they weren't even supposed to be in the room in the first place. And I think Sam Darnold really shows that when doors close in your life, man, just keep moving forward. There's another door down the road that you're supposed to walk through. That door, it was meant to be closed so that you keep moving forward and get to the next one. And man, I think I see it in him, and hopefully people see it in me, and people are going to see it in you too. But if you just keep moving forward, there is a door up ahead that is waiting to be opened for you. And one thing that is obvious in this story, and it's obvious in my life, and I hope it's obvious in your life, if it's not already, hopefully it is in the future, is that, man, consistent progress outlasts negative results in the end. And eventually, with consistency, you catch up with success. Sam Darnold did it. And I sure wish he was playing for the Vikings. But it was cool to see somebody with humility. After the game, he's talking about his parents and how he wouldn't be there without his parents holding him accountable, believing in him when he couldn't believe in himself. And let's find that clip after the game of Sam talking about his parents. Take a listen. This is good stuff.
I'm here because of their belief in me, and they believed in me throughout my entire career, and I think that's why I was able to believe in myself almost ad nauseum. Like some people called me crazy throughout my career for believing in myself so much and having so much confidence, but it was because of my parents, because of the way that they believed in me throughout my entire career, and it allowed me to go out there and play free and have a ton of confidence.
That's what it's about, though. Like he's having the biggest moment of his life, and he goes right back to the people that brought him there, the people that were along the way to that success. That's good stuff, man. Persevere, have humility while doing it. Be a great teammate. It's a great all around story. So shout out to Sam Darnold. Too bad the Vikings didn't keep him around and win a Super Bowl. Shoot.
The story, honestly, it reminds me a lot of my lighting journey.
This dude. Garrett, tell me about your lighting journey.
So we just started.
Yeah.
And I'm going to persevere.
Uh-huh.
People might comment and say that this is terrible, and that's fine.
You think so? You might flop.
I might flop,
Mm-hmm.
but we're going to bounce back.
Are you telling me that this episode is the New York Jets of lighting?
It could be.
Is that what you're saying?
Hey, I'll take anybody's feedback. Let me know what you think of this lighting, everybody.
So if he's on the same career path as Sam Darnold, this will be a flop in the lighting category. He's going to have to go and take a step back and be the backup to Anna, who's going to handle the lighting next episode. And then Garrett's going to get another shot, and we'll see what he does with it. Let's see if he goes and takes advantage. It does remind me of your lighting journey. I'll tell you what, it's a good time to stop. We have a new sponsor on the podcast, not really, but we're trying out a new drink. This is the Poppy Cream Soda. Smiling for the camera for Anna here. The blue can for the Poppy enthusiasts out there. We're gonna give it a shot.
Right? Wait. Toss it here.
Yeah, it's a little bit open.
It's all right. Let's get a close up of this.
Get a close up of the Poppy. I do like the Poppies. Olipop is good. Poppy's good. I don't know why they taste so good with so much less sugar, though. I want to know the reasoning behind it, but I don't understand why you would actually drink soda anymore.
What's your favorite flavor?
I do love cream soda. The cream soda. I also like the orange. Is there like an orange-sicle one, kind of? There's a strawberry one that I think is okay, but this bad boy's only got 5 grams of sugar. Unbelievable. It tastes so good. Okay, here we go. Oof. Well, oh, it smells good. Yeah, that's good. Mm-hmm.
What do you rate it out of 10?
I'm gonna give it like a 7.2. I mean, that's a solid drink. I wouldn't have one every single day, Anna, but I would definitely crush a couple of those a week. Yeah, very good. 7.2 for the cream soda Poppy. We might have to put it up against the Olipop at some point. Maybe do some blind taste testing. But yeah, we're recording in the evening tonight. So the mini Alani, I don't want to pound the caffeine right now. They will be back, I'm sure, next episode for the mini Alani. But let's see here. Want to touch on Sam Darnold. Wanted to touch really in the middle of winter here. We're in a special phase of life in our family. And one of the reasons that I moved back to North Dakota from Arizona was the opportunity to get to watch my sisters play basketball. I was so tired of watching games online, and I get it. Streaming services are awesome. You can watch games from home. You don't have to try and, find the radio, whatever ways you used to be able to try and catch games. You can just pull it up and watch them now. It's nothing like being in the gym though. And being able to watch my sisters play ball the past 2 seasons has been awesome. And they've had a super special season. As we're recording this, they have a chance to play for a district championship. So that'll be fun. That'll be tomorrow night. And hopefully they get an opportunity to go and compete for an opportunity to play at the state tournament. Right now they're 19-1, ranked in the state. Both my sisters get to play a lot of minutes, play in the starting lineup. And so it's been awesome to get to watch and see them really live out a dream that they've had since they were youngsters in the crowd watching me play. And it's full circle. I think it's one of the neat parts of life, transitioning from being on the court or on the field, as I was much of my career, to now transitioning to being off of it. And I'm actually having maybe even more fun following them and being a part of their journey as much as I had on my own. And being in the crowd and being in the stands might be even more fulfilling in watching them chase their dream than chasing my own. And I think if you can find those relationships in your life, whether it be family, friends, where being along for the ride on their dream is just as fulfilling as chasing your own, boy, that's special. And we're on a pretty fun journey right now. And so, however it ends, like the destination, it's important to know where you're going, but however it ends, like there's been so much joy in this journey. And right after we get done recording this, we're going to go to the gym and have a little walkthrough, get a couple shots up. Like those are the moments that I don't take for granted. And I hope I remember years, decades from now, as this part of life, this phase of life. So Anna, Garrett, you guys remember tournament time? Anna, you played in a lot of big games, a lot of state tournaments. She's going, yeah. But so little opening up the yearbook here, but what do you guys remember from your time in high school? Because high school sports is different than college. We all were involved with college athletics, but high school is different because the same kids you maybe went to kindergarten with, you grew up going to the park and the swimming pool with, are the same kids that you're now competing with, and you're wearing your hometown across your chest. And that's different than in college. In college, there's obviously, you're representing an institution, but you guys from all over the country. Whereas high school, it's your town. It's your city. It's where you're from. And there's a different aura to it. What do you guys remember about tournament time in high school and some of your favorite memories from that?
Oh, that's hard. I feel like what you mentioned, just playing for your hometown is special, and just the crowds that would come, and they're just faithful, like the faithful people that come to the games, and it's like grandmas that don't even have a grandkid playing anymore, or like the local bank owner, everyone goes to those games, literally. So the crowds were always just so much fun, and feeling the support from them was something that I definitely miss.
Yeah, without going into specific games, like each section of the bleachers had a town
Yes.
labeled,
Yeah.
and those spots filled up. Especially in the Jamestown Civic Center, you had a Linton section here, a South Border section here, and
Yeah,
Carrington, and when it's time for your game, that section just fills up.
That's right.
But then other towns stick around. Like basketball is important it still is to our region,
Yeah, I think small town sports, especially where we're from in North Dakota, it's a big deal. I think North Dakota, it might even be escalated just because of like how small the towns are. and we don't have any pro teams. Our college teams are limited. I mean, like in Class B, essentially, which Class B, for those that are listening that aren't from this region, it's the smallest schools. It's the schools that have 15 kids a class up to, maybe 40 a class. It's the smallest schools. Like, this is what we have in the wintertime, is small town basketball, and a lot, being from Wishick wrestling too, like small town athletics, especially in the winter in North Dakota. There's nothing else to do. So like when you're in small town rural America in the wintertime, like what else are you doing? Go support your local high school. And you're totally right, Anna. The faithfulness of small town grandmas. I remember it was leading into my last ever game. And my last ever game is crazy. People actually still kind of talk about this game with me, but we're going to play in the third place game at regionals. We're going to play Linton Lions, and they were predominantly the Goliath of our region. They had an all-time coach. They were always good. And I'll never forget that Sunday leading up into the regionals. I was at church, and this older woman, who's now passed away, but she came, this is in the church building. She said, "Hunter," yeah, she's like a old German, "Hunter, you guys gonna win the game?" And I was like, "Yeah, I think we got a good shot." And she goes, "No matter what, beat those effing Lions." And I was okay, I guess Jesus doesn't care about our language if we're playing the Lions, but it was fun. Those tournament times were fun. Speaking of tournament times, that game, we ended up playing the Lions 4 days later, and it was an epic buzzer beater win. And a buddy of mine hit the game-winning shot, and my sisters have I think a student teacher. What's Brady Warkin's younger brother? Kyle. I think he's student teaching in Northwood. And he said to my sisters the other day, "Yeah, your brother had a super good team. Didn't he go to state?" And my twist the knife a little bit. And my sister said, "Oh no, he didn't." He's like, "I remember they hit a shot and a buzzer beater, and we're like, "Oh no, that was the third place game." But here we are 10 years later, and one of the kids from Lemoore is still talking about us beating Linton. So I guess if that's what I got to hang my high school career on, I'll hang it on that. But tournament time is special, and it's a really cool phase of life that we're in. I wanted to get a couple points down on what makes teams successful in the biggest games. And I'll be interested to hear Anna and Garrett's take on this, but I jotted down a couple notes on what are the keys to success late in the season, in the playoffs, in the crunch time, and what makes teams successful in those big games. And the first thing that I came up with, point number one, is the teams with their best players on the court have a better chance at winning. And what I mean by that is the best ability is availability. And late in the season, a lot of times the healthiest teams have the best chance at winning. And all the little things that our coaches harped on, I now am the old person that harps on it. Like, are you getting 8 hours of sleep? Are you stretching? Are you doing, hot tub, cold tub, all that stuff? Your bodies are worn down. And man, if you can just have your best players available, you've got a great shot at being successful. The next thing, discipline and mental toughness are often the separators in close games. And at this point in the playoffs, all teams are pretty good. And discipline in limiting your mistakes and the mental toughness to, when you do make a mistake, to respond and get over it quickly and move on, that's the separator. A lot of times your mistakes don't lose you games. Your response to mistakes do you lose you games. And especially in high school sports, people's response in adversity is the separator in moving on and having your season end. I mean, Anna touched on it, but just like the crowds in high school and the momentum and the energy in gym. You're playing in smaller gyms, and the crowd gets going, and you hit a big shot, and now you've got a turnover, and the momentum is starting to roll a little bit. Like, can you respond in that moment? Can you make the play when it feels like the walls are creeping in on you? Discipline and mental toughness are separators when it comes to tournament time. And then the last thing that I'll touch on before we move on is that players win games. Coaches just try not to lose them. And that is not a bash on coaches whatsoever. It's just that players make the plays. And in tight postseason crunch time games, you got to have players that go and just make plays. Like, you can draw up the best set, you can be in the right defense, all the things that a coach does. If your players don't go make the plays, you're not going to win the game. And the saying, big time players make big time plays in big time games, that's true. It's just flat out true. Garrett doesn't know much about that, but that is true. Players make the plays. I'm excited. I hope the next episode we have, I come on here and say the girls are going to the state tournament. But even if they don't, the journey was worth it. Like, all the work was worth it. Yeah. Special time of the year. Okay. I've got two things to close us out. We're in what we call the dog days of winter now, because when you get to late February and early March, you get teased with. And I don't know what the weather is like today, but for the past week, it has been gorgeous up in the upper Midwest. We're talking sunny, nearly 50 degrees. I mean, just unbelievable. And I got to thinking, we're going to start getting our emotions played with now, because this happens every year. And every year we talk about it. They talk about it at the coffee table, all the old fellas drinking their coffee. Oh, yeah, how many more weeks of winter are we going to have? Well, it was pretty nice last week. You just talk about the weather. And I wanted to have a surviving winter draft. And the best things to get you through the dog days of winter, the next 6 weeks, because let me tell you, if you're in Arizona, you don't have to deal with this. But if you're anywhere in the Midwest, you've got a week of 50 degrees, and then you've got a week of 15 degrees, windy, and we're probably going to get like a foot of snow. So I wanted the best surviving winter draft. We're going to get Anna and Garrett in here, and I think we should do 4 picks each. And they can be anything. They can be traveling to a certain place. They could be drinking a certain hot chocolate. They could be anything. But I want the best. Anna, you got something?
Ladies first.
Ladies first. Anna gets to get first pick. And let's get this thing rolling. Are we going snake draft? Are we going Anna, Garrett, me, Garrett, Anna, Garrett, me, Garrett, Anna? Is that fair? All right. Anna, let's hear it.
Watching basketball.
Anna just pulled a Garrett and just said what was on the top of her mind from what we were just talking about.
No. I mean, yes, we were just talking about it, but...
Can we be a little bit more specific?
Okay, fine. State basketball.
Watching state basketball.
State B.
State high school basketball. Okay.
State B.
The state B. Anna played in how many state basketball tournaments?
Only one.
You only got to play in one? Did you guys win it?
Third.
You guys got third. Okay.
That was the year that Bishop Ryan had like Hannah Stewart,
Yeah.
Gabby Bull.
Oh my goodness.
Luckily, we didn't have to play them.
Yeah.
I wasn't mad about being in the third and fourth place game.
They were so good.
So good.
Yeah. Gabby went to Mary. Hannah went to Iowa, and I think she started like 3 years at Iowa. Fallon Freegee was in that state tournament with Lakota. Yeah, she was.
We beat them first round.
Did you really?
Uh-huh.
Really? Fallon listens to this, so
Love you,
twist the
Tom.
knife a little bit, Fallon. Yeah, love you, Fallon. But yeah, that was a loaded state tournament. Fallon went on to be the Big Sky Player of the Year, Division One.
If it makes you feel any better, we literally, I mean, they had good players on their team, but we game planned, obviously, around her.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you want to win that game, you focus on Fallon Freegee.
Absolutely. Oh man, some Class B legends there. Hannah Stewart, Stewie, good friend, great Christian AIA friend from Iowa. But all right, well, watching the Class B tournament, North Dakotas, you guys can appreciate that. That is a big deal. Garrett, you got the next pick.
A trip to somewhere warm.
A trip to somewhere warm. Okay, yeah. I mean that's a great pick. I feel like I want more specific though. I'm gonna give you 5 seconds to decide where you're going warmth wise.
Arizona, because Allegiant flights are cheap.
Nice. See, now we're the gears are turning, Garrett. Garrett goes with going to Arizona from North Dakota for a little getaway to warm up. And you're taking the Allegiant flight too, because those bad boys are about $250, and you're not breaking the bank in the process of going away.
And you probably know someone there too.
That is true. That's true. I was just talking today with a friend, and there are so many people from the Midwest that go to Arizona. Yeah, great pick. I love Arizona. This time of the year, March is unbelievable in Arizona. So good pick, Garrett. I'm going to go with one that I thought Garrett was going to take. I'm going to go with March Madness. And
I have a reason for not.
okay, well, I'm going to give you my reason for taking it. March Madness, number one, it is the greatest tournament in sports, from the men's side and the women's side. But it takes Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and you've got 3 weekends of it. Right? Opening weekend, then you've got Sweet 16, Elite 8, and then you've got Final Four. And so it really takes half of those 6 weeks, and you just get to enthrall yourself in your bracket. Throw yourself into the world of bracketology. So I'm taking March Madness. I love it. Why did you not pick it with yours?
It's not the dog days. It's not January, February, where it's super cold and frigid. March is nice. Nicer.
March is nice.
March is nicer.
You're wild.
Like, I'm taking a trip to Arizona in January over March Madness.
Okay, I hear you. I hear what you're saying. I'm just like, what is going on from the Super Bowl until baseball starts in May? There is nothing besides tournament basketball.
State B.
And it says the State B. That is true. High school.
I definitely would have taken it if
Okay.
it wasn't in March.
Just the timing.
Just the
of it.
timing.
Okay. So you're saying that if March Madness was in January, that's the number one pick.
Oh,
Easy.
no brainer.
Got it. Okay. All right. I hear what
March
you're
is
saying.
just like, we're kind of getting out of the dog days.
Yep.
You don't have to go with what's my second pick, hot tubbing.
Do I not get?
Oh, you do? No.
I'm gonna take. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna let you go. I'll let you go. I will say hot tubbing would be fantastic, but I'm actually gonna go kind of a step beyond that. I'm gonna say a weekend at the spa, and I want you to throw in some pictures here, Anna. I want the Nordic Spa up in Winnipeg. I forget what it's called. It's called that. And it's awesome. It's got the hot tubs, but you've also got, the hot rock massages, and you're just letting loose the saunas, the steam, all that kind of stuff. You go up there and spend a couple nights, and I think that would be a great trip. And you can drive up there from the upper Midwest where we're from. So, pretty accessible to get to.
I
Gary.
have to switch. That just put my just regular old hot tub
He
fishing.
puts hot tub in the shame.
Yeah, don't worry. Me and Hunter won't pick hot tub. You can save that for your third or fourth pick.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead, pick it, Garrett. Hot tub, man.
Tough. See, I was going to pick hot tub, but now I'm going to go with something else. A heated blanket and a movie.
Ooh, he took the heated blanket. That's a good pick. He went the homey route. Heated blanket. Do you like weighted blankets? Or just
Not a
the
huge
heated?
fan, just the heated.
My aunt is into the weighted blankets. Those things are heavy. It's like drudge those things along. I'm not a huge fan, but I do like heated blankets.
Apparently it's a stress thing. Like having,
Okay.
It's like a hug.
It's like a hug. Come here and give me a hug, blanket. Sits on you.
It's like those weighted stuffed animals. Isn't that like all the craze for kids and like teenagers?
Really?
These like big weighted. You know?
Feels like a human.
Yeah, it's like it
Why
lays on there.
don't we just do that with regular humans? Why are we replacing it with stuffed animals?
Maybe they're not allowed to date yet.
That's a good point. Thinking like a mom, dear.
My second pick. Okay, this is really stupid, but I feel like it's a great time of the year to like to find a new hobby or like get really good at something. You know?
Yeah.
Hear me out.
Self-improvement.
Yeah. Just like, I don't know, like I'm itching to get back into guitar playing. And I feel like this would be a great time to do it because it's not very busy yet. Yeah. You know?
Figure out how to light a podcast.
Yeah, exactly. Hobby.
How to light a podcast. No, actually, that's such a good point, Anna, is that we are entering into the season of like, what do we do now? Because you're past holiday season, you're not to summer yet. I think that's actually a really good point of like, you've got really 6 weeks to 2 months of like, all right, I'm going to start playing guitar again. All right, I'm going to learn how to light better on the podcast. Whatever that is. I like that. Snaps for Anna. Good job. Good job. Anna, you have another pick.
Oh gosh, this is again kind of lame because I'm not totally into it, but baseball does start coming up.
It does.
And I was a baseball stat in high school, so I don't know. That was always kind of a fun time of the year.
I'm gonna throw this on with yours. Think of it as like a little bonus. Spring training. For people love spring training and being from up here, like you don't go to spring training a ton if you're like a kid. But now that I've gotten to be in Arizona, there's really 2 spots, Arizona and then Florida is where spring training happens. It's really like a month long, but it's awesome.
I've heard
It's
people
so
like
fun.
prefer to go to spring training.
Yes, you get to see tons of players play. You get the interaction with the players. Like you can just like go talk to them, get autographs, all that kind of stuff. And there's lots of teams playing like in a pretty central area. So like you could watch one team one day and then drive in the Phoenix Metro and then drive 15 minutes later that day and watch a night game of different teams. So that's really fun. So baseball started the spring training. Good pick, Anna. Garrett.
Snowy cabin weekend.
Ooh, nice. Lay out your snowy cabin weekend ideal day for me.
You wake up in the morning, you got a coffee pot, drink some coffee, maybe read a little bit of the Bible to set the mood, and then maybe go build a snow fort, go skiing, snowboarding.
Use that heated blanket to watch
Use
a
that.
movie.
Yeah, you get done with a long day in the snow, and you get home and you cuddle up next to the fire and watch a movie.
Beautiful, beautiful. I was hoping you were going to say something about like doing something with your wife, but you just decided to go on the snowy cabin weekend by yourself.
No, with the boys.
Oh, with the boys. Okay.
We're all gonna cuddle up under one blanket.
Yeah, all the boys just get the heated blanket. I was thinking like, yeah, like go on a date with my wife, like, you know, nothing of that sort. No, just with the boys.
Just me and Hunter.
Yep, just me and Gary gonna go hang out in the mountain escape up in there. I will say going to the mountains at this time of the year is awesome. There's usually still good snow and Big Sky, Colorado, any of those spots are good. That's a good one. This is such a tough draft because we really like this is such a dead time of activity. You brought up a trip to Arizona. I've already said going up to like doing a spa weekend. Um, I'm gonna throw one in, and this is for all the outdoorsmen, but late ice fishing is some of the best fishing of the year. And so this is like post thick ice. This is like the ice is starting to shrink. You got to get your ice house off, but like you go out there with a couple buddies and just hammer some fish, and it's pretty fun. Have a couple drinks of choice. It's like 40 degrees out, the sun's out, feels good. So I'm gonna go late season ice fishing as my number 3. My last one, my last pick. I'm gonna say concerts. And most people, when they think concerts, are thinking summertime, but this is the time to go to a concert. Like, what else are you gonna do? So go to a concert like that March, early April. I think that's a perfect time to go to a concert. Make plans around it. Maybe even travel to a concert. I'm gonna take going to a concert. Garrett, last pick.
Winter Olympics.
Sometimes, Garrett, you have ideas that blow me away, and that is one of them. Well done. On an Olympic year, you pull it out of the hat and might have just won the draft. Winter Olympics, and we need to take a second to stop and do a little Olympic preview / recap. We're in the heart of the Winter Olympics right now. I cannot wait for the USA to play Canada in hockey. I cannot wait. I don't know if any hockey fans are listening. You guys know there's a heated rivalry right now. And Anna, I wish we could play just Freebird like the whole time. Because when we score a goal, our goal song is Freebird for the United States, and it's just electric. So what's your favorite Winter Olympic sport?
Hockey.
Outside of hockey. Hockey is king, I think, of the Winter Olympics. What about the sport that like
Half pipe for sure, snowboarding.
Shaun White made us all half pipe fans. The Flying Tomato, he was incredible. Can we throw in some Shaun White highlights? For the people that haven't watched Shaun White in his prime, like go back and watch some Shaun White. He like made snowboarding cool.
I'm talking about Mountain Dew, baby.
Talking about Mountain Dew, baby. Okay, let's throw that clip into it. Check this out. This is when Shaun White was like 16. He's talking about having drinks. And check this out.
After that, I was getting drinks and I was getting snacks, and I was taking photos in the back with all the students. It was fun.
Wait a minute, drinks? You're 19 years old.
Yeah, I'm talking about Mountain Dews, baby. All right.
Shaun White, legend. That's a great. Curling is so electric to watch because you're literally just throwing rocks to hit other people's rocks, but they just get fired up. And I think the U.S. have a legit shot to go get gold in curling. So I always thought curling might be like one of the sports I pursue someday to try and go to the Olympics. I feel like that I could do that. And it's like an old person sport. You know what I mean? Like you could do it in your 40s and go and make the curling team. So other one, what's the sport where you ski and shoot? The biathlon. And it is like the ultimate tough guy sport. You cross country ski, then have to get down and shoot, and then go back and ski again and get back. It's incredible. So biathlon, what a sport that is too. Other ones, what are the other cool ones? Speed skating.
Yeah, speed skating is
The Winter Olympics has so many cool sports. Lindsey Vonn, you guys see that? That was terrible. She said, "Hey, just cut it 5 inches too short. Bang, changes her career." She trained how many years for that moment? And talk about it with Sam Darnold though. Like sometimes doors close for others to open. You just never know. So, okay, Garrett, well done with the Winter Olympics. Unbelievable.
I'm kind of annoyed.
Me and Anna are annoyed that Garrett somehow got the best pick of the draft. But all right, Anna, close us out. Your last pick of the draft. What do you got?
It's because you brought it up. I literally didn't have one in mind. Hockey.
Hockey.
Playoff hockey.
Playoff hockey. UND, great team this year. Winters are better when UND hockey is good, I think. And for those that have never been to a UND hockey game, you should go. For those that don't even know what UND hockey is, you should look it up. They play in what's called the Ralph Engelstad Arena. It is the mecca of college hockey. And let's throw a couple pictures up of the Ralph. This place is unbelievable. It sells out every single game. Grand Forks, the city that the Ralph is located in, is about 55,000 people. The Ralph itself holds 12,000 people, and it sells out every single night. It's unbelievable. Granite throughout, cherry armrests, leather seats, every single, two massive bars on each end. I mean, it's unbelievable. So, hockey, yes.
UND hockey.
UND hockey is a great way to close out the winter. As a little sneak preview, UND hockey. Sure, it would be cool if we could talk with one of those guys sometime, huh? That'd be awesome. We'll see. We're gonna wrap this thing up. We had a good time here tonight. I hope the lighting's okay. If you guys can't see this, just blame Garrett. But man, it's been an awesome time getting to chat with you guys. Going forward here, got a couple cool guests coming up, and then we're also going to be starting a little mini series, just a little shorter episodes that you can throw on maybe on your drive to work, coming home from work, maybe throw on before you're going to get a workout in. 10-15 minute little episodes coming, starting in late March, early April, around that time frame. So going to be throwing more content out for you as we get going here. So in the dog days of winter, keep going. Man, if we can learn something from Sam Darnold, man, just keep going to the open door. Hopefully you enjoy crunch time, tournament time. Go support your local teams, college teams, high school teams, and pick up a new hobby. Whether it's baking sourdough, learning guitar, whatever it might be, this is the time to do it before summer gets here and you lose track of time. So this is the time to do it. Hope you guys have a great rest of your week.
Something good.
What?
Something good.
We got to do something good. Oh my goodness. I about forgot. Yeah, well, have a great rest of your week, and let's end it with something good. Garrett, as you sit in my wheelchair, this kid is a total goon. Tell me something good.
Let's just double up. Winter Olympic.
Oh, no. I'm not, you know what? As the executive of this show, I am vetoing that something good. You got to be more creative. You don't get to double up.
The Godox SL60 Lite.
This guy.
Oh. Can we fire him, please? Can you fire him?
I can't. No, I can't fire him. I have no other option. I'll take the Winter Olympics. I'm not going to take the light. I think the Winter Olympics is a better choice than the light. Oh my goodness. I will say, the Winter Olympics, any type of Olympic event, and we've talked about it, so I'll keep it short, but it does make you proud. And of all the junk and the drama and just like the conflict that has happened in the year and previous years, man, the red, white, and blue can bring you together. And it feels good watching the Tkachuk brothers go out and smack somebody from Germany. And it feels good when Freebird is playing and the USA is on top. So shout out to all the Olympic athletes and Paralympic athletes getting to compete in the Winter Olympics. That is something good, Garrett. Although not original, it is something good. Anna, what do you got?
Okay, I have two. I'm adding Elizabeth's sourdough bread because she made a loaf right as we arrived, and I have already had a few pieces. So good.
Let's throw on the picture of Elizabeth with the sourdough bread. She is becoming a very good baker.
It's so good. And I prefer a dense sourdough. So it honestly, like,
It's
this
right
is
up
my
your alley.
preference. Yeah, her sourdough bread is my preference. My second something good is Annika Lesko. She is on the Lemoore basketball team. My brother coaches them. She recently just tore her ACL for the second time, but her attitude and her heart posture is so good. Like, she understands that this is God's plan and she surrenders to his will. And it's just inspiring to see such a young athlete already understand that. Especially given the fact that it's her second time. Like, she's allowed to be angry, but she's just so positive and just trusts God with this whole trial.
Yeah, Annika, I don't know Annika personally. I've watched her play multiple times. She's a great player. The thing that I hope she learns from this is, number one, it doesn't take away that it stinks that you don't get to play. But coming from somebody that has been injured and had playing time taken away, you learn so much more sitting on the sideline than you ever do standing up on the field or the court, and how to give yourself to your team and how to affect people and impact people, influence people without doing anything physical on the court. You can do it right from the sideline. And that will change your life more than any amount of points or rebounds will. So, yeah. Shout out to Annika. Heal that thing up quick, though. You're not done yet. There's more out there. So, my last thing, something good. We'll wrap this thing up. Need to Breathe. It's a band that I saw play probably over 15 years ago live. They opened up for Newsboys and Cutlass in the Jamestown Civic Center. They had one song at the time. It was called Washed by the Water. It's still one of my favorite songs, but they have an acoustic album. I want you to flash the acoustic album for me, Hannah. It is one of my favorite albums of all time. They are my favorite band of all time. That's one of my favorite albums. And this weekend, I get to go watch their acoustic tour live at a concert in Minnesota. So I'm going with my aunt. She is also a huge Need to Breathe fan, and we're going to go watch their acoustic tour, and I could not be more excited. So if you need somebody to go listen to, Need to Breathe, check out their acoustic album. It's unbelievable, and you won't be disappointed. That's something good for you. All right, Garrett, Anna, got anything else for them? Okay, sweet. We'll be back in a couple weeks with an awesome guest. I can't wait for their story to just spread. It's unbelievable, and excited for that. But until then, have a good one, and thanks for joining us on The Sit Down. Peace, guys.